It's another episode on your security program, talking about the Defender. This is where we give you security talk, security tips, security enlightenment, and every other security-related issues. On this week's edition of the program, we're featuring the Commandant General, Professor Hamid Abubakar Howdy, MNI OFR, as we give insight of the journey so far.
The Corps is mandated to be the lead agency in the area of protection of critical national assets and infrastructure. These are different assets, programs, and infrastructure of any nation that if they are tampered with, it affects the economic viability of any nation. Schools have been adjudged to be part of critical assets of any nation. We have pipelines, we have electricity, we have telecommunication equipment, we have water equipment, we have rail lines, we have the sleepers, rail sleepers and water. These are all critical assets and infrastructure of the nation. In trying to provide safety and security to these critical assets and infrastructure of our nation, we have a lot of formidable achievements. When we came on board, what we did first when we were asked to provide safety and security for our schools, we established a committee of experts. We told them that we wanted to know the vulnerability level of our schools in this nation. And so we commissioned that research, and the research was conducted. And I tell you that we got a very shocking data that revealed as at then, that was in 2022. And the data revealed that we had over 81,000 schools in this nation. And out of these 81,000 schools, we had over 60,000 out of the 81,000 schools that are porous. Very porous, no presence of any security man, no fencing. And that gave us the information and the required data that we're looking for to marshal out our operational strategy on how to provide safety and security for the schools. And I tell you what we did after we got the data. We now commission also and establish some policies that will provide kinetic approach, to provide safety for the schools. So we established the female squad, we established a special schools community coordination squad, and then also established the National Safe School Coordination Center. All these are product of the results that we got from the research. And of course, we collaborated with other security agencies because we have seen really that it is not easy for us because of our number. The whole Corps currently is just about 63,000. So we have seen that we alone cannot do it. So we made it to be a kind of the whole of society approach, and then also stakeholder approach in terms of bringing our colleagues, together to see how we can handle this. Since the critical national infrastructure is for the nation, it's not only for the Corps. So, and that was what that has been what we have been doing, and that's why you can see perhaps there are reductions on the schools attack. We were able to prevent over 100 attacks, to our schools because of this involvement of our female squad and the schools response squad, to suspected cases of kidnap in our schools. Then we also introduced the non-kinetic aspect of it, where we established what is called School Community Security Vanguard. Now, what is a School Community Security Vanguard? It was an idea that we developed, to conscientize, students, teachers, principals, and heads of students, really, so that they will be conscientized. They will have some knowledge on how to report suspicious movement, of kidnappers or even bandits around schools. And we were able to establish some platforms. We gave them some codes that they can now report to us in the press of a button for us to respond to any distress call. So, and this has really helped very, very much in reducing and making, sending signals to the bad guys there that yes, they've been monitored. So now in the pipeline sector, where we still say that the oil is still the mainstay of the Nigerian economy, and we are asked by law to also provide safety and security for these pipelines, oil installations. I tell you that we have arrested so far over 1,000 suspects in the pipeline industry. We have jailed over 100. In fact, we have a lot of cases within that pipeline arrest. A lot of them are subject. The cases are in the court. A lot. Now, in the area of mining, because mining is also adjudged to be part of critical national assets and infrastructure of our nation, we entered into agreement with Federal Ministry of Solid Mineral to provide what we call enforcement, of the regulation of payment of royalty to government. Because hitherto, before we got involved, the revenue generated by solid mineral was just a paltry amount. It was about 6 billion, yearly. So when we got involved, and our mining marshals who are trained by the military, they are all members of special forces. They took over that enforcement. We now have, I tell you, just within 1 year, we had over 38 billion, recorded as the royalty payment for government. And we have closed down more than 640 illegal mining sites nationwide. We are also into arrest of railway sleepers. I remember last year we arrested trailers, about 8 trailers loaded with stolen railway sleepers and railway tracks. Yes. In fact, when we reported to the General Railway Corporation and we got the value of it was about 2.something billion. We're also into provision of security for masts, these telecommunication masts. And I tell you, we have the country is so large that we have the masts. We have about 1,100 and something masts to cover, and it's not easy. Now, what about the national grid? National grid substations. We have over 200 of them, and then we are also asked to provide safety and security for it. So the Corps has been doing very, very well. In the area of training, we have opened up our training institutions. We have opened 2 schools. We have opened Command and Staff College in Jos. We have also opened a school that trains only our armed squad. Agro Rangers. The Agro Rangers are also part of the function that we do. The Agro Rangers are the ones that has trained also by the military. All of them too are members of special forces. They are trained specifically to provide safety and security for farms, farmlands, farmers, and other agro-allied investment in the country. And I tell you, their involvement, by their involvement in terms of provision, escorting of farmers to farms, has boosted our production in terms of our produce in the agri sector. And so these are an area that we have also done very well. And through these agro rangers, we have settled over 1,000 cases of clash between headers and farmers nationwide. We have settled a clash between farmers and headers. These are two friends who are intertwined. The headers and the farmers, they are good friends in a long time. They even have cultural ties. But what we do is that we try to make sure that we settle any disagreement, between them nationwide. And I tell you, on record, that we have settled over 1,000 of this clash between farmers and headers. The core is in the nucleus. The center of the national security architecture of this country. The core is involved in all the joint operations in the military, police, civil defense, and DSS. The core has been involving since from inception, when we started carrying arms in 2012 till date. We have been involving in all the joint operations: Operation Hadinkai, Operation Ayama Batima, Operation One Stroke, Operation Fansanyama, all the joint operations with the military. And the way we are also losing our military men, the Corps has been losing men too. Especially in the area of pipeline vandalism. We have lost a lot of gallant personnel, as a result of trying to give their best for this country. The Corps is a member of what you call EXES. EXES is INEC Consultative Forum on Election Security. Now that one, you have all the services, security agencies, involved in that, where we provide safety and security for election conduct in our country. So, and the Corps is involved in such things. And then any other assignment that usually government assigned to us in terms of security. So we are in the nucleus of the center of this national security architecture of this country. The Corps is an elite corps. It's an elite corps. We can boast of having, I tell you, on record, over 40 PhDs from different fields. So So we have come to realize that knowledge is one platform that you can use to drive development. And so we encourage our people to obtain knowledge, to go to school, to get knowledge so that we can use the knowledge to conduct researches, and then we use the results and the outcomes of the researches to plan on our operational activities and program for us to be able to achieve and do our mandate in the way of government has assigned us to do. We are asked to also provide licenses, training, monitoring, and supervision of private security guards in this country. Private security guards. Before our involvement in private security guards, this private security industry was awash with every any Adamo and Garba, people who are not qualified quacks everywhere, in the business of private security. But when we came in, and we were asked to provide supervision for them and also give them operational licenses, we introduced some policies and procedures that they will follow to get the license, and we monitor them. And so our involvement has put some form of sanity in the practice of private security industry in this country. Civil defense incidentally is, like I say, it's an elitist organization that serves as a buffer to security agencies in the central security agency, and we act sometimes like National Guard. So we are in the center because we are by our act globally, even globally, civil defense is supposed to provide what is called civil protection. Civil protection, and perhaps maybe that's why Mr. President have now seen the reason why now that we should also be involved in VFE protection. So it is part of our function, and I tell you, we are poised and ready, to take this responsibility head on. And that's why we beg the government, although government have been trying, but as Oliver Twist, we still ask that one of the problems we have centrally is funding. So, and we need to be funded very well so that we can. And many a times we tell them that even we in the Corps, we don't need money. What we need is they don't give us equipment. Give us the equipment and then see what we will do. Give us the required equipment and then give us personnel. Now you are asked to provide safety and security for schools. You are asked to provide safety and security for pipeline. You are asked to provide safety and security for telecommunication lines. So this is huge. So we need personnel. Once we have some reasonable number of personnel, if we can have additional 100,000, and then we provide working tools for us. I tell you, the passion that the civil defense has to work for Nigerians and for Nigeria is going to be unprecedented.
Every nation has a turning point, a moment when ordinary people rise to extraordinary purpose, not because they were asked to, but because they had to. For Nigeria, that moment came in the heat of conflict, when our unity was shaken and our people stood exposed.
The year was 1967. The Civil War has just begun. But even in the darkness, light emerged. From the rubble and fears, a group of brave Nigerians chose not to run. They chose to protect. No ranks, no rifle, only courage and convictions that every life matters. That was the beginning of what would become the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps, Nscdc.
From those humble efforts in Lagos, a volunteer force took shape, guiding citizens through sirens, shelter, and survival. By the 1970s, the movement gained structure, becoming the Lagos Civil Defense Committee, educating the public on emergency response and civil protection.
In 1984, it became the National Civil Defense Organization under the Ministry of Internal Affairs, now Ministry of Interior, playing vital role in disaster response, civil education, voluntary safety campaign across Nigeria. Still informal, still underfunded, but deeply respected.
In 2003, the National Assembly passed the Nscdc Act No. 2, legally establishing the Corps as a paramilitary institution empowered to protect lives, properties, and national infrastructures. The Act was later amended in 2007, further strengthening the Corps with authority to bear arms, make arrests, with or without warrants, and collaborate with other security agencies.
From volunteers to professionals, from whispers of hope to a structured civic shield, a corps born from crisis, now standing for peace. Under the pragmatic leadership of Professor Ahmed Abubakar Audi, MNI, OFR, the first professor to serve as the Commandant General, Nscdc entered a new era. Stronger training, smarter operations, and deeper community engagement. Across Nigeria, we now operate with discipline and direction through the elite formations like Agro Rangers, Safe School Initiative, Disaster Management, Anti-Vandalism, Female Squad, Mining Marshals, and Special Intelligence Squad, all serving with civility, compassion, and courage.
Beyond our borders, Nscdc is a proud member of the International Civil Defense Organization, ICDO, with its global headquarters in Geneva, Switzerland. A corps connected to global standards, yet firmly rooted in Nigerian soil.
From the ashes of 1967 to the strength of today, our journey has been shaped by sacrifice, guided by service, and anchored in trust. We are not just a corps in uniform, we are your neighbors, your defenders, your bridge between peace and panic. We are the Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps, defending the defenseless.
Protecting the national critical assets and infrastructure across the country was the marching order given to all the state commands of the Civil Defense Corps, Nscdc, by the Office of the National Security Advisor in view of the economic and security threats posed by vandalism of petroleum pipelines as well as other critical national assets and infrastructure across the country. This interface between the Lagos State Command of the Nscdc with stakeholders at the grassroots across the 50 divisions in the state on protecting the critical national assets and infrastructure, according to the State Commandant Kashiru Adedotun, is key and also timely, considering the myriads of challenges confronting the nation at large.
We are emphasizing on it. It's because of the fact that there cannot be enough personnel that can do the entire work. And security is everybody's business. So we want to have the buy-in of all the communities so that they can take ownership of all of this. That is the protection of critical national assets and infrastructure, Safe School Initiative, and giving information to security agencies, particularly civil defense.
Under this arrangement, the command alongside others will join forces in safeguarding those assets and infrastructure that underpin the safety, stability, and economic well-being of the nation.
What we want to achieve is more protection, so that there can be less vandalization and destruction of this asset, so that the money that is being spent in providing this asset will not be in vain.
Participants at the grassroots engagement with the stakeholders across the various divisions include owners and operators, traditional rulers, government agencies, National Youth Council, National Orientation Agency, among others. The divisional officers have been directed to cascade the engagement down to the stakeholders at the grassroots in its bid to nib vandalism of those assets in the board.
We don't come again from Anti-Corruption and Transparency Unit of the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps. As soon as just they finish your exam now. At this kind of time, people go run, kitty kitty kata kata. Come tell una say they fit run and for una. Make una not give anybody una money. Ha! They go fit use the money go buy Christmas clothes for this Christmas now. Make you look, anybody when he take and anybody when he give. Now the same way they go catch them all. Moreover, as I don't talk on before, no wuru wuru, no mago mago. This whole process be like white paper, make you shine your eyes.
As the National PRO of the Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps, I receive various calls on this ongoing recruitment exercise, most especially on job racketeering. And as you can see, the process is free, fair, and transparent. The CDC FIB are working tirelessly, making sure that you are part of us pretty soon. While the syndicates are out with a wicked game, using a good name to put us in deep shape. Don't buy the slot. Don't pay the fee. The Nscdc job is strictly free. And remember, when you see something,
You say something.
and we will do something. I am Deputy Controller Paul Abraham, National Public Relations Officer and Head of Corporate Services, Federal Fire Service. On behalf of the Controller General, Federal Fire Service, Samuel Adeyemi Olumide, and officers and men of the service, I wish all Nigerians a Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year. As you can see, our men are ready to turn out in case there's fire and other related emergencies. However, please no fireworks, no bush burning. Thank you and God bless.
Hello, I am CSP Benjamin Hundein, the Force Public Relations Officer. From every one of us here at the Force Headquarters and the Inspector General of Police, we wish you all a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year in advance. And we call on you in this period to collaborate with security agencies to fight insecurity. Remember that security is everyone's business. As we approach the Yuletide and beyond, please ensure that when you see something suspicious, something questionable, say something so that the nearest security agency around you can do something about it. So when you're traveling, share your location with someone. It's as simple as going to WhatsApp, open your chat with the person, and add the way you send people's contacts, the way you send photos. You would also see the option of live location. I can pick it for 1 hour, for 2 hours, for 3 hours. There's the option of 8 hours. So try to share with someone so that someone can see where you are at every point in time. And if it happens that you are veered off your right direction, help can come your way.
I am Deputy Comptroller of Customs AA Mayweather, the National Public Relations Officer of the Nigeria Customs Service, on behalf of the entire officers and men of the Nigeria Customs Service, ably led by the Comptroller General of Customs Bashir Adewale Adeni, MFR, PhD. I wish Nigerians a joyous celebration. As we celebrate, we should remember to be compliant traders, avoid smuggling, and pay correct customs duty.
My name is Jane Osuji, a Chief Superintendent of Corrections and the Service PRO of the Nigerian Correctional Service. On behalf of the Nigerian Correctional Service, I extend heartfelt season's greetings to our esteemed stakeholders, partners, and the Nigerian public, and wish you all a peaceful and prosperous New Year 2026. Correctional Service remains resolute in advancing its statutory mandate of safe custody, reformation, rehabilitation, and reintegration of ex-offenders as a sustainable approach to crime prevention. As we enter the new year, we appeal to communities, institutions, and individuals to support the integration of ex-offenders by shunning stigmatization and discrimination. Public acceptance and inclusion are essential tools in reducing recidivism and strengthening our collective fight against crime and criminality in Nigeria.
I am Assistant Corps Marshal Olusegun Ogungbemide MNI, the Corps Public Education of Federal Road Safety Corps. On behalf of the Corps Marshal Shehu Mohammed MNI and officers and men of Federal Road Safety Corps, I want to wish Nigerians Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. This is a season of love, and as we are plying that road, express love to other road users. Let us be patient and let us give cooperation to all the agencies that are managing the traffic. I wish you best of luck.
Good day, everyone. I am Deputy Controller of Immigration Akeshola Akilabi, the Service Public Relations Officer. On behalf of the Comptroller General of Nigeria Mission Service, Kemi Nanananda, PCC, MMIS, FSMN, FSPSP, I would like to wish everyone, Nigerians and foreigners alike, a Merry Christmas and prosperous year ahead. The service would also like to reassure the public of our commitment to the protection of the nation's border and migration management. God bless Nigerian Mission Service. God bless Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you.
Greetings to one and all. Compliment of the season. I am Chief Lieutenant of Corps, Babawale Afolabi, the National PRO, Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps. On behalf of the entire officers and men of the Corps and my Commandant General, Professor Hamid Abubakar Howdy, MNI OFR, we wishing all Nigerians Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year. Remember, security is a collective responsibility, and we're working tirelessly in making sure this year, Christmas and New Year, is a crime-free celebration. Remember, our critical national asset and infrastructure belongs to you, it belongs to me, and it belongs to everybody. Let's try as much as possible to make it safe. The Nscdc is poised in protecting all our critical national assets and infrastructure. And do us a favor, when you see something, please say something. Do have a joyous celebration.
Join us for The Defenders, the show that highlights the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps in action, protecting the heart of Nigeria's progress. From safeguarding critical infrastructure to securing our national resources, the Nscdc plays a vital role in securing the future of Nigeria. With the mining marshals leading the fight against illegal mining, the Corps ensures that our natural resources are protected from exploitation, preserving them for future generations. The Commandant General Special Intelligence Squad is on the front line, fighting to stop illegal bunkering and the theft of our nation's oil resources, protecting our economy and sovereignty. And the female squad is dedicated to protecting our schools, keeping our children safe from the threat of banditry, rape, and other criminal activities. Every day, the men and women of the Nscdc are working tirelessly to safeguard our communities, protect our nation's resources, and support sustainable development. The Defenders, ensuring a safer, stronger, and more prosperous Nigeria for all.
Funny how time flies. This is where I'll be drawing the curtain on this week's edition of the program. Remember, security is a collective responsibility. When you see something, please say something. As to remain, Babawale Afolabi. Bye for now.